My name is Mike Anderson. I'm a 34-year-old office worker. I work for a major corporation, but the tasks I've been given are all quite simple. The reason for this is that the manager thinks I'm incompetent, and he doesn't assign me any significant work. So I end up doing things like making coffee or making copies, and it feels like I'm a secretary from the 1980s. I believe nobody does these kinds of tasks nowadays. If someone wants a cup of coffee, they'd go to the kitchen themselves, and if they need copies, they'd make them on their own. But the manager and others treat me like a handyman, making me do whatever they want. However, those chores always end quickly, which leaves me feeling bored. I wish I was given more challenging work to do. I've always prided myself on being serious, but because I'm timid, I could never stand up to my boss or anyone else. It's been that way since forever. In school, from elementary through high school, a classmate named Bob constantly bullied me. Bob always called me a nerd and laughed loudly about it. I admit, if asked whether I'm outgoing or introverted, I'd fall into the introverted category. I often kept to myself during breaks, reading or writing stories, so I didn't have many friends. Whenever Bob saw me drawing or writing, he'd mock me.
What the heck is that? Why are you drawing pictures of girls? Seriously? It's so creepy.
What? Why say that? I don't think it's weird.
Yes, it's weird. Every other 5th grade boy is into soccer or baseball, and here you are, drawing doll-like figures. Hey everyone, look at what Mike's drawing.
Stop it. Give it back.
If you want it, try and take it. Come on.
Bob had always tormented me since elementary school. I never wanted to be around him, but unfortunately, we ended up together in both middle and high school, which was the worst. In high school, we had to perform a play for the school festival, and just to get under my skin, Bob nominated me for the lead role. I hated drawing attention to myself, so I was genuinely shocked.
I think Mike should play Romeo.
What?
Mike's a great actor, and I've known him since elementary. He's perfect for Romeo.
Wait a minute. Because everyone else was on board, I reluctantly ended up playing Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. The girl playing Juliet said through tears, "I wish I could have performed with a good-looking guy." That was a shocker for me. I'm well aware that I'm not particularly good-looking, no offense to my parents, but I've always considered myself a bit below average in the looks department. Though the girl wasn't thrilled, our play was a success, and we received a lot of applause. However, I hated the limelight and wished I could just disappear. While everyone else went to a barbecue restaurant to celebrate, I just curled up in my bed at home. Because of experiences like these, I'm still very skittish. I find it hard to speak up, even when I have something to say to superiors, and feel like I'll be stuck in a dead-end job forever. One day, a woman came to our main office from a regional branch. Her name was Serena Martin, and she was apparently going to be my new boss. Serena stood around 5'3", but she seemed a bit taller because she wore heels. Moreover, she was a fair-skinned beauty with a straight nose. Since she was going to be my direct supervisor, I wondered if she had a tough personality. However, Serena was neither strict nor harsh and treated me kindly.
Mike, can I ask you to prepare this report?
You want me to handle the report?
Yes. I initially thought of assigning it to someone else, but everyone's too busy. It's not that you look idle. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I'll do it. If I can be of any help, please use me.
Great. I'll count on you then.
Serena gave me a proper task. It's been a while since I got a meaningful assignment, and I felt elated. Until then, I'd only been given mundane tasks, so I gave my all in preparing the report. My effort paid off, producing a clear and easy to understand report. Serena, I've completed it. Does this look okay?
Oh, thank you. It's very visually appealing. Such a neat organization makes it easier to understand. You seem to be good at this, Mike.
Oh, thanks. Well, I do enjoy things like this.
I'll ask for your help again.
Yes, of course. That day, after being praised for my report, I felt upbeat the entire time. However, my mood was soon dampened when the manager called me in to assign another tedious task. It was to organize printed data into files stored in the documentation room. I wondered why he couldn't do such a task himself. Moreover, there were 3 large boxes to sort through, which was quite a chore. My back started hurting, and by the time I was done, I was utterly exhausted. Why did they let it accumulate so much in the first place? I thought it in my mind. Returning to my desk, I noticed Serena working diligently. There was a pleasant scent coming from her. Perhaps it was the smell of her shampoo. I think I was becoming somewhat intrigued by her, or should I say, I was quite taken by her. She graduated from a renowned university in New York and had also studied in the US, which probably contributed to her intellectual aura. Given this, many male colleagues were after her. They likely wanted a smart and beautiful woman like her as their girlfriend. Serena, though younger than me at 30, was already a department head. She's intelligent, beautiful, and has a stunning figure. Everyone can't help but be drawn to her. During breaks, male colleagues would invariably invite her out for lunch. However, she always politely declined their offers with a smile. Instead, she'd eat something like a sandwich at her desk. Since I too preferred eating deli meals at my desk, seeing her do the same made me feel oddly happy. I didn't like crowded places like the cafeteria, and I hated going there alone. Once, when I went to the cafeteria by myself, some female colleagues pointed and laughed, saying, "Look, the nerd's here." After that, I never went back. The popular diners outside usually had long wait times, and if I didn't eat quickly, I'd run out of my lunch break. I didn't want to rush my meals, so deli foods were just fine for me. While Serena was kind to other female colleagues, some would say she acted high and mighty because of her elite status. To me, she never came off that way. I figured it might be mere jealousy making them say such things. She was beautiful, had an impressive educational background, and great style, creating a barrier of sorts. Moreover, many of the other female colleagues were married or had kids, so they'd say things like, "You wouldn't understand since you're single, Serena." I felt terrible for her hearing such comments. She might have her reasons for being single, and they should just leave her be. The older women would often comment, "You better get married soon, or you might not be able to have kids." Such remarks are none of their business. No one would want to hear such things, regardless of gender. If I were a woman, I don't think I could bear it. However, she always responded with a smile, never getting upset. One day, Serena said to me,
Could you join me for tomorrow's business meeting?
"Me?
Yes, I'd like you to learn from the experience. Our company and Compania are thinking of developing food for patients with a certain disease.
Really? I'll attend. I'm not sure how much help I can be. I mean, I'm just an ordinary employee."
Don't put yourself down. You've been working hard. It doesn't matter about educational background or position. Hard work pays off eventually.
Thanks. I'll do my best. Please let me accompany you for the learning experience. And so, we headed for the meeting the next day. Our company B is in the food industry, and company A is in the medical field. Serena mentioned about developing food for patients with a particular illness. I had received the materials in advance and was reading them with interest. The topic was about patients with a skin condition.
We were thinking of this for patients with epidermolysis bullosa.
A nutrient-packed cookie?
Yes, I've heard that these patients sometimes have difficulty with nutrient intake, so I thought a nutrient-rich cookie might work.
But patients with epidermolysis bullosa can have mucosal lesions and might find cookies painful to eat.
Oh, I see.
John from Company A looked skeptical. Epidermolysis bullosa, simply put, is a challenging skin condition where the skin is fragile and can blister easily. It can appear anywhere on the body, including inside the mouth. For moderate to severe patients, oral intake becomes difficult, and they often struggle with eating. They need nutrition to survive, but a nutrient-packed cookie might be too hard and could injure the inside of their mouths. John concerned. Indeed, the cookies are crunchy.
We once tried selling a drink, but it was criticized for its taste and didn't sell well.
I see.
Indeed, Company A's drink had a thick, unpleasant texture. It felt undrinkable.
We thought a drink might be easier to consume, but it was too thick and felt disgusting, especially to children.
What should we do? It's challenging to develop a product that's both enjoyable and nutritious.
You're a food company, right? Please think of something easier to eat or drink. We are a medical company. You should be better at this.
Well, based on feedback, I thought a cookie might be a good idea.
This isn't getting us anywhere. We need your help to assist these patients.
I'm sorry. Please give me another chance to reconsider.
We even planned a tasting event with patients next month. We can't wait.
Well,
Serena was cornered and in a tight spot. Then, I made this suggestion. How about chocolates or marshmallows? I don't mean the hard, crunchy kind of chocolates. Imagine something that melts in your mouth. I think a texture like a ganache would be nice. Also, marshmallows aren't hard, and they have a soft, melt-in-your-mouth texture. What if we could create one that's nutritious? I think even little kids would enjoy eating it since it's candy.
Oh, that sounds better than the prototype cookie we have.
Yes, it feels more like a casual snack that also offers nutrition, rather than just a nutritional supplement. It might be a good selling point. There are different types of patients with this disease, especially for those who have difficulty in nutrition intake. They often have blisters and sores inside their mouths and esophagus. That's why a melting texture would be appealing. I remember your company's drink. I hate to say it, but it was thick and reminded me of barium.
Exactly. I thought it reminded me of something. It also resembled the nutritional drink my father was given when he was hospitalized for cancer. We tried various mixtures, but it ended up not tasting good.
I initially thought pudding or jelly might be good, but they don't last long. So, I thought a melt-in-your-mouth candy might be better. What do you think, John?
Yes, puddings are definitely easy to eat, but they have a short shelf life. And since we want to produce in bulk,
then let's go with chocolates and marshmallows. It's winter, so it'll be just in time for Christmas or Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's true. Please proceed then. Can I expect an email from you, Mike?
Yes, I'll get the estimate out right away. Once I've checked with my boss, I'll reply. Serena looked at me intently. Her eyes were wide, probably wondering why an ordinary employee like me was making such suggestions. After that, we headed back to the office, and I explained to her that there are mainly 4 types of epidermolysis bullosa and the various treatment methods for each type. She nodded along and took notes, then posed a question to me.
Mike, you're really exceptional, aren't you? You mentioned earlier that you considered yourself just an incompetent regular employee, but you don't seem like that to me. Do you possess an extensive knowledge base by any chance?
No way. I'm really not that special.
Come on, are you sure you're not some kind of elite? I bet you attended a more prestigious university than I did. And I'm sure you have many qualifications, right? Come on, Mike. Who are you really? Please tell me.
She looked at me earnestly. I realized there was no point in hiding it any longer and decided to come clean. Well, I do have a college degree.
Oh, I had a feeling. Can I ask which university?
I thought she was just curious. It's from XX Medical University.
Wait, what?
I graduated from the Faculty of Medicine. I also have a medical license and a lawyer's qualification.
So, you were a med student, and you never became a doctor?
No, I passed the National Medical Examination but never practiced as a doctor.
And a lawyer too? Did you also attend law school? Mike, that's way too over the top.
Well, it's true. I actually passed the bar exam through the preliminary examination route.
I've heard that's even tougher than the usual route after graduating from law school. Mike, why did you refer to yourself as an incompetent employee? You're anything but ordinary. You hid your educational background and qualifications.
That's because the only thing I was ever good at was studying. I was teased by my classmates back in the day. I also wrote novels and drew pictures, but I was told they were creepy.
You're a genius, like a modern-day Da Vinci. This is amazing. Mike, thank you for helping me earlier. I was panicking and didn't know how to respond to John. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's nothing. I didn't do that much. I'd kept my educational background a secret at the company. Of course, I hadn't lied about it when I was hired. That would have been fraud. I'd listed my university and other qualifications on my resume, but since our company, B Corp, is a major corporation, only HR personnel and top management were aware of my education, experience, and qualifications. The department head and my other colleagues probably thought of me as from a not famous university or something of the sort. Med school lasts 6 years, which is different from other universities, so they might have just assumed I was a graduate student. The boss often berated me, saying, "You spent forever in school and you're still useless." From that point on, I decided to play the role of the inept graduate. Plus, there were some gossipy folks who spread rumors that I had attended grad school at some university, but I just let them believe that I was a failing graduate of a university I never even attended. You might wonder why I chose to portray myself as incompetent. There was a reason for it. I had experienced harassment from a classmate named Bob, which made me distrustful of people. However, I always loved studying. That's why I entered med school, studied rigorously, and worked hard to become a doctor. But a traumatic event happened during my hands-on training in my 6th year. A young girl who was suffering from a rare disease passed away. She had a severe skin condition and caught an infectious disease. Those with skin conditions are susceptible to infections, so intensive care is crucial. But no matter how diligently you care for their skin, if it's fragile, it can easily become infected. I found myself wishing that such challenging diseases didn't exist in this world, and at the same time, I realized that doctors can't save everyone. My parents paid my tuition, so even though I took the national exam, I never intended to become a doctor. I pondered whether there was another way to help people and decided to become a lawyer. I obviously didn't have the time to go to law school, and I couldn't possibly ask my parents to pay for it either. So, I decided to take the preliminary bar examination. First, You have to pass this preliminary exam to earn the eligibility to take the actual bar exam. Frankly, I think this path is even harder than going to law school and then taking the bar exam, but I managed to pass both the preliminary and the main bar exam. After that, I underwent legal training and got my lawyer's license. But then another unfortunate event took place. The person mentoring me became the target of resentment and suffered a terrible fate. Eventually, he passed away. Despite my initial resolution to become a lawyer to help others, I hated the idea of being the target of such vindictiveness. So, I decided to neither be a doctor nor a lawyer, and instead to work as an ordinary office worker. During job interviews, I was frequently grilled on why I wanted to become an office worker, despite having graduated from med school and holding both a medical license and a lawyer's qualification. But all I wanted was a peaceful everyday life as an office worker, so I simply provided non-committal answers. That's how I got hired and how I've come to my current position. Initially, I was enthusiastic about my work, but over time, comments like, "Don't get too eager for your age," and being labeled as a nuisance got to me, and I lost my motivation. Most of the other new hires had graduated from four-year colleges, so they didn't spend as many years in school or undergo legal training like I did. I was simply treated as an older yet incompetent person, but by that point, I had adopted an attitude of indifference. Sure, the tasks I was given felt mundane, and I craved more challenging work, but I dreaded being put in tough spots. I just didn't want to shoulder any responsibility, but this time was different. Serena was struggling, and I wanted to help her out. Recently, she's been giving me special attention, so I thought maybe I could do something for her in return. When I shared my past with her, I saw tears forming in her eyes. Realizing she was crying for me made me feel unexpectedly happy.
Mike, you're a genuinely kind person. I believe you're so kind-hearted that you couldn't bear the hardships, which is why you didn't become a doctor or a lawyer. But I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. It just shows how pure your heart is.
Oh, do you think so?
Oh, well, I need to email John.
I'll prepare the estimate quickly. Can I also prepare some documents? I think I can get it done in about an hour.
Wow, in just an hour. You really are incredible. I'm genuinely amazed.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
All right then, I'm counting on you.
I prepared the documents and created an estimate, which I then attached to an email. After sending it to John, I received a phone call from him the very next morning. Apparently, his boss was impressed with my idea and wanted to place an order. Company A sells medical equipment and medical supplies, but they also market nutritional supplements, stuff like pills and powders. The plan was to jointly develop a product combining their supplement powders with the ingredients of our sweets. Our chocolates and marshmallows, though cheap, were quite popular for their taste. I asked our development department to adjust the texture to create a melt-in-your-mouth sensation for both the chocolate and marshmallow. These sweets would be combined with Company A's supplement powders, but it was crucial that this addition didn't worsen their mouthfeel. Company A planned to co-produce this with us and then sell it under their private brand in their pharmacy chains. I hope that not just people with skin diseases, but anyone wanting to easily get some nutrients from candy would appreciate it. Once we got the order from Company A, we started developing rapidly. The result was smooth, melt-in-your-mouth chocolates and marshmallows. When I had John try them, he was astounded.
This is amazing. How is this chocolate so silky? It's not soft like ganache, but it melts instantly in your mouth.
Yes, we designed it so it doesn't melt easily in your hand. But once it's in your mouth, it's a whole different story.
That's fantastic. Let's try the marshmallow next. Well, this melts too. It's like dissolving meringue.
Yes, after several tweaks, we managed to achieve that fluffy, melty texture. What do you think?
It's perfect. It doesn't have that typical supplement taste, and I think even those with illnesses will enjoy it. It's kid-friendly too. It's bound to be a hit.
That's good to hear.
Can we place a bulk order for this? We'd like it by next month.
Yes, we can do it. We'll do our best to make it happen.
This is fantastic, Mike. Thanks to you, they're really pleased.
It wasn't just my effort. The whole development team played a part. Also, your feedback, Serena, was invaluable.
Oh, my feedback wasn't anything special.
No, seriously, it was very helpful. Ever since the launch of our new chocolate and marshmallow products, we've been swamped. Orders started pouring in, and not just from the A pharmacies, but many other potential business partners showed interest. With all these orders, we'll need to increase production for sure.
Yes, and we'd also need more suppliers for the ingredients. Plus, expanding our production line means finding a suitable place to do so.
We all divided the tasks and started searching for a factory. In the end, finding the large factory was possible thanks to Company A's support. Company A profited significantly from partnering with our company, so they graciously introduced us to a factory they knew. After we started production in the factory, our sales skyrocketed. Our products were well received not only by patients, but also by the general public, and many people purchased our goods. Of course, Company A's tasting event was a massive success, and we were deeply appreciated for it. I had never been thanked by anyone before, so I felt really happy about it.
Thanks to you, Mike, our profits seem set to rise significantly this quarter. We truly appreciate all you've done.
Thank you, but it's all due to everyone's hard work. And thanks to you too, Serena.
Oh, I haven't done anything special to deserve thanks.
No, you've done more than enough.
How about celebrating tonight? Let's go out for drinks. After the success with Company A and our boss being happy, it seems fitting.
You mean with me?
Would that be a problem?
And no, not at all. I'm in. I had never been out drinking with a woman before, so my heart was racing. She invited me to a fancy bar, and I entered with a bit of nervousness. It was dimly lit and had an intimate, upscale feel. Being of a certain age, I'd never been to such a fancy place and found myself wondering about simple things, like how to ask for the check. She seemed to handle her liquor well, ordering multiple drinks. I felt tipsy after just two, but my heart was pounding hard. I never envisioned sipping drinks in what felt like a date setting with such a wonderful person. I realized just how much I liked her and ended up confessing my feelings. It was the first time I'd ever confessed to someone. Serena, I like you. I'm sorry for blurting this out so suddenly. I honestly confessed my feelings to her. It was my first ever confession, and my heart was racing with excitement. For a moment, she looked surprised, but then offered a warm smile.
Oh, well, that makes two of us. I've been thinking you're quite nice, Mike.
What?
You might not have noticed, but the reason I always eat at my desk is to be closer to you.
Really? I just thought you had some reason to avoid the cafeteria.
Oh, come on. Isn't it normal to want to be near someone I like?
You? You like me?
Yes. I've liked you from the start. Not because of your qualifications or anything, but I've always observed the hardworking, sincere person you are.
I didn't know that. Serena and I shyly held hands on our way back, both flushed from the alcohol and perhaps from the warmth of each other's touch. I've never felt this happy before. Looking back, I often felt I had wasted my life overthinking and hesitating. Even though I had a brain more gifted than others, my personality kept me from ever taking anything seriously. I learned the hard way that it doesn't always translate to real-world success, but now, I want to contribute more to the company. I couldn't have done it without Serena. After all, she was the only one at the company who was kind to me. After that, we introduced each other to our friends and spent more and more time together. Sometimes we'd go for a drive, visit fancy restaurants, or head to the pool during the summer, making countless memories. We were essentially dating, but we kept our relationship a secret at work. However, over time, people began to find out. By that time, Serena had become friendly with other female employees, those who had disliked her, thinking she was all brains and no heart, eventually apologized to her. Then, one day, we decided to introduce each other to our families. Serena's family was very warm, welcoming me as one of their own. My family, in turn, embraced her, receiving blessings from both our families. Our bond deepened even more. And then, one day, we decided to get married. I was incredibly nervous when I proposed, but seeing how happy she was made the week I spent choosing the engagement ring worth it. On our wedding day, seeing Serena in her dress left me utterly smitten by her beauty, and when she looked at me and said, "Thank you for everything. I love you," with a smile, I felt on top of the world. Since then, we've been leading a happy married life. Meeting Serena, I believe, was the luckiest thing that ever happened in my life. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am today. We've promised to support and encourage each other and to face life's challenges together. Our days continue to be filled with joy. My wife, once Serena Martin, is now Serena Anderson. From now on, I'll do everything in my power for her,